Right, so the game's been out for nearly 10 days and the game is still broken as shit. So I'm going to go through a list of things which absolutely need to be done if this game wants to be revived from a dead dodo, because right now the game is unplayable for the reasons that I'm going to state. Number one, this is the number one thing that Treyarch have to do in the next few weeks. It's a fact, otherwise the game's dead. You have to improve the lag compensation. Whatever the system is that you're using currently right now in Black Ops 2, it feels closer to Modern Warfare 3 than any other Call of Duty. And I believe that the system that you're using must be somehow you must have got it off Infinity Ward or whatever it is. The people who made Modern Warfare 3, Sledgehammer Games, whatever it was. That lag compensation system is absolutely terrible. Every single gunfight you go into, you never know if you're going to win the gunfight because it compensates. There's videos all across the internet demonstrating this. You can see how someone puts 7 bullets into someone on his screen, but on the enemy's screen, the enemy who kills him, you can see that he's only actually hit him twice. So there's like a half-second delay, which is it's only apparent when you actually fire your gun because it compensates for the worst connection. So you have to sort this out. There's no excuse for this. You've had a fucking year and a half, 2 years to make this game. There's absolutely no excuse for it. You could have tested it in your little fucking in your Treyarch headquarters. You could have tested it out. You should have sorted all this before it even come out. Modern Warfare 2 has the best ever hit detection and lag. It's a fact. All that was wrong with that game is that you couldn't do a local search. You should make it like Black Ops in that you have good hit detection. Well, sorry, Black Ops doesn't have good hit detection, but it has better than Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 2. You should make it like Modern Warfare 2, the lag compensation, but then you should put a local search on like Black Ops had. That's what you need to be done. That would fix a lot of the game because probably half the problems or 60% that's wrong with this game is to do with the lag compensation. And then the second major issue is the sound. Right, let me just explain this now once and for all. You have to make it so that by default every single person in the fucking game world gives off sound when they move. You have to make that by default without any other perks or anything. You have to make it so that they give off sound. Sound is absolutely critical because it allows you to hear the enemy. I don't give a shit whether you're using a Turtle Beach headset. I don't give a shit whether you're using a TV. It doesn't make a difference. You have to be able to hear people moving about in the game world. If you don't, it ruins an aspect of it. Because it's as if everyone's got Ninja Pro, they can come up to you behind you, they can run up to you with dexterity, with engineer, with extreme conditioning, and they can stab you, and there is nothing you can do about it. That's a disgrace. That should never be in the game. You should always make it so that you have to factor in the sound you give off when you're moving in a Call of Duty game. That is a fact. It was in Call of Duty 4, it was in Modern Warfare 2, it was in World at War, it was even in Black Ops to a very small extent. In Black Ops, you had shit sound. Because obviously the people at Treyarch don't have a clue what they're doing when it comes to sound. And you had bad sound. The enemies in the game world did not give off enough sound when they walk around. It's a fact. Right? So you have to make it by default, everyone gives sound when they move around. So that then when they put on dead silence should only reduce footstep sounds by 50%. Don't make it like Modern Warfare 2, where they reduce it to a quarter of what it was. That's too much. You have to honestly, it's too much. You should make it so that it's about 50%, and then you should make awareness increase it by about 50%. That's what you should do. But not have this ridiculous, because at the minute, dead silence and awareness do fuck all. They are worthless perks. There's almost no point wearing them. Now, having said that, the other third tier perks are so bad. Well, they're not that bad, but just in this game, it feels as though the perks are not that important. And so if it means using awareness, where I can get a few kills a game because I can hear them just a little tiny bit when they run up to me once or twice a game, then some people would say it's worth using awareness just for that in its current state. It's debatable whether it is or not. But anyway, you need to sort that out. So the lag compensation needs fixing, the sound needs fixing. Fix those two things and I will currently be happy-ish. I really will. If you fix those things, you've got a fantastic Call of Duty. You really have, because you've balanced out the perks really nicely. I like this whole pick 10 item stuff. I like some of the guns. I don't think the assault rifles are that good. I think that with the assault rifles, you should have made much more variety, because they do feel very similar, even though I know that they're not, you know what I mean? But you need to make more variety. I mean, think about the variety you had in Black Ops with the FAMAS and the AK and the Galil and all the other guns. That would, each gun had a unique feel. I don't feel that the same in this game. But anyway, number 3, this is what else I'd change. The domination timer in the second round, that needs to be changed. It makes no sense to have a timer in the second round. It prevents people from making an epic comeback. It prevents people from coming back. You should make it so that the first round, if you want to have it in rounds, fine. Have a timer in the first round for 5 minutes, whenever it is. Then, second round, remove the timer and play till 200 points. That's what you should do. So the first team to make 200 points wins. It would make it so much better. Trust me, that's what you got to do. Then, number 4, fucking hell, the knife lunge. Incredibly, the people at Treyarch, the game engineers at Treyarch, cannot, for some reason, implement it so that the knife does not lunge. This is what should be in a Call of Duty game. The knife should kill in one hit. They shouldn't make it like Halo and other games where you have to hit it more than once. It should kill in one hit, but it should never, ever, ever lunge. You should just take out the ability to lunge. Surely you can code it so that it won't do that. Why is it lunging? No. Do you know what I mean? We knew from Modern Warfare 2 that it lunged too much. We knew from Black Ops that it lunged too much. We knew from Modern Warfare 3 that it lunged too much by default. So you need to remove the knife lunge. That's a fact. Remove it, prevent it from lunging. Because you can go on the internet, go on YouTube, and you can clearly see that the knife is still lunging by default. Because what you do then is you ruin close quarters combat. Because people can always panic knife and get an easy, quick, cheap kill, which ruins close quarters combat if it's not already ruined because of the lag compensation and so on. Then, so that's 4 things. Then the 5th thing that I'd do, I would nerf the snipers. I would either make it harder to aim down sight or whatever, or I'd make the hitboxes, well, I'd make it the 1-hit kill box smaller. That's what I'd do. Because at the minute, I'm dying too much. It feels like you can't move outside in an open area without threat of a sniper killing you. And I thought we would moved on from them days in Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2, in my opinion, even looking at all the factors, all the games, Modern Warfare 2, for all of its faults, it was and still is my all-time favourite Call of Duty. I think it's the greatest ever Call of Duty. I do. Now, when you play that game, having said that, when you play that game with all the map packs, it's a noob tube fest. It's broken. I agree with that. It's really hard to get a good game. I don't enjoy it then, but if you don't play with the map packs, it's a fantastic game. But Black Ops is a close second in my opinion. I like COD 4 as well, but I didn't play COD. I got Modern Warfare 2 in 2009, you see, right? So I played COD 4 after I played Modern Warfare 2, but I still love COD 4. But I didn't play it at its peak, so I'm more of a Modern Warfare 2 man. But anyway, what I want you to do is, Modern Warfare 2 had terrible, terrible snipers. It did. It was overpowered. It was too much. So what you need to do is, you need to nerf them, a bit like what you did in Black Ops. You actually did a good job of nerfing snipers in Black Ops. I would suggest either making them run slower, like you have an LMG. That would stop a lot of people from using them, because we don't want it so that everyone's running around with these 1-hit kill monster weapons that kill anyone in 1 hit from anywhere across the map. We don't. It breaks up the gameplay. We don't want that really in the game. Yes, if someone wants to do a bit of sniping and they want to sit back a bit, fine. But we don't want idiots running around doing 360 no scopes, all this other crap. We don't want it in the game. It just unbalances it. So you have to nerf the snipers. I don't care how you do it. Just do it. If you do those 5 things, the lag compensation, the sound, the domination second round timer, the knife lunge, and the sniper's nerf, I will be a happy person. The last thing that I want you to do is, ideally, I'd want you to release some better maps. Now, when the hit detection and the sound improve, of course, the maps will be much more enjoyable. But I want some bigger maps, and I want some maps that have more open gameplay. I want some maps like firing range, where I can control the traffic routes, etc. I don't want these maze-like maps where there's shitload of different flank routes. It just doesn't make it for a good game. But anyway, please get on with this and get it done. Alright, it's been too soon.